Hello, everyone. Welcome to Backyard Musings, broadcasting live from Apple Valley. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. And I'm
Hey,
actually in Yucca Valley today. So,
right. Yeah, oh, yeah, that's right. Yucca Valley. You're just
yep. Over at
down
my
the
mother
way.
in law's place, she went and took her driver's test today, an actual physical driver's test, and she passed it. She's 86.
Yay. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty excited about that. She was pretty concerned. We were all kind of concerned, but she passed, and it's all good.
She passed her driver's test, and we're going to be talking about space travel now. Quick interstellar space travel might be coming to a planet near you. In a breakthrough that could be the future of military space, researchers have taken a big leap toward developing an operational warp drive. Yes, you heard that right, a warp drive. Something that has been isolated to date within the realm of science fiction. The idea of warp drives, which the Star Trek sci-fi franchise has made a household name, operates on the concept of space-time bending, forming a warp bubble to compress space in front of and expand it at the back of a spaceship, so that theoretically it could travel at extraordinary velocities. In theory, the technology demanded exotic forms of negative energy. Recent research indicates otherwise.
Okay, so we had the warp drive, right, in Star Trek, like you said. And then what was
Yeah.
that thing called in Star Wars?
Uh,
Hyperdrive, right? Was it
hyperdrive.
hyperdrive?
Hyperdrive. Yeah.
Hyperdrive, yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, pretty cool.
in Battlestar Galactica, it was FTL, faster than light.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't watch much of that show, but anyway. So, according to a team of physicists from the University of Alabama in Huntsville, this may soon be possible, as these physicists, together with the Advanced Propulsion Laboratory at Applied Physics in New York, developed a new model making warp drives possible without negative energy. That's cool.
I don't even
Uh,
know what negative energy is. I think I
yeah,
got
I
to
mean,
research that.
yeah, but I mean, it's just cool that somebody's working on this stuff, right? I
Yeah.
mean, we see it in movies, but seems like now we see stuff in movies like, I don't know. Did you remember the movie 2000, A Space Odyssey, or
Yeah.
Space? I mean, now that's like old hat stuff. So anyway,
Now that you're speaking of movies, so Star Trek, you remember Uhura had that little thing in her ear?
yeah,
We've got iPods, right? And
yeah,
remember Picard with the data pad, right? And Star Trek Next Generation, we've got iPads. Um,
yeah.
Communicators, they flip it open, they communicate. We've got cell phones. Well, they were flip up cell phones. Now they're smartphones. I mean, a lot of Star Trek was
We
on.
we have tasers,
We
right?
have
Isn't that what they had? One
tasers
of those.
too. A lot of the stuff on Star Trek, it's come out in the civilian world. It's crazy. At least they used science in their research to create their shows.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
So.
crazy.
So in their paper published in the journal Classical and Quantum Gravity, uh, the researchers describe a new and advanced blending of traditional and novel gravitational techniques for the creation of a warp bubble that will facilitate the transportation of objects at high yet still subliminal. Subliminal, is that what I'm pronouncing that right?
Yeah,
Speeds. So
yeah. So it's
yeah,
slower than the speed of light,
crazy.
but fast, really fast. Which is a start. I mean, that'll get us to Mars quicker, get us to Jupiter quicker.
Well, that
So,
was like being beamed up, right? They had that transporter thing where that was
well, we have
you
facsimiles.
vaporized. Yeah,
We've
exactly.
got facsimiles. The next step is a transporter.
Right.
I mean, think about
Fascinating.
it. You put the paper in, and it appears 10,000 miles away on a device printed out. I mean,
Right.
that
Well,
can,
even and now we've even advanced past that, right? Now we have email that you can print if you want, or you don't have to print it, and it goes almost instantaneously. I mean, it's amazing. So
I'm surprised
y-
someone's not working on a teleporter for like organic material, like teleport an apple, you know?
who'd be? Would you want to be the first guinea pig for that?
Well, I mean, they'd have to show me that the apple's fully, you know, perfect, or the
coming back.
orange, the banana.
Yeah.
You know,
And I don't want to see just the outside. I want to see the inside. So cut that
well,
sucker open.
well,
Make
we'd
sure
have to
it's got all
test
that.
chimps first, right? Or beagles. We'd have to.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it too, like a 3D printer, right? I mean, I never would have ever
Yeah,
imagined that a 3D printer could make an object in a machine or a box. But
yeah.
I don't know. It's again fascinating. So
So, quote, this work changes the conversation about warp drives, said Jared Fuchs, the principal author of the paper. The team realized that warp drives could become a reality by producing this first of its kind model. The new model does away with exotic energy and instead uses a stable matter shell combined with a shift vector distribution, which closely approximates the Alcubierre metric proposed in 1994 by Mexican physicist Miguel Alcubierre. Such research has immense military implications in the area, and if the military is picking it up, is going to get funding. You know what I'm saying?
well, yeah, we're going to fund it, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
If one
we
could
the people.
travel it, well, it might be a race between Russia or China and the United States to see who can get this first to get to Mars.
Yeah,
If
or we'll develop it, and then somebody, not to be mentioned, what country will steal it. So
yeah. If one
they
could
do that.
travel at close to light speed, this would revolutionize strategic mobility in effecting rapid development over vast distances. It would be a huge tactical advantage if forces could deal on short notice with changing threats and execute operations at unequal timescales. I wonder if they're trying to do this like inside the atmosphere too. Like if we needed to get to Ukraine really fast, just boom, the warp
Well,
bubble.
so I know China and I think Russia and maybe us, maybe we have too, but this hypersonic uh, aircraft and missiles nowadays, right?
Yeah, we've got hypersonic too. Yeah.
So that, I mean, how close is this? How close are they in similarity? I mean,
No,
this
it would be faster.
obviously faster, right?
The warp drive would be faster. Yeah.
Much faster. Yeah,
That's why I don't think you could use it in the atmosphere.
yeah. So, all right, the CEO of Applied Physics, Gianni Mattier, was quick to point out that while mankind is nowhere near prepared for interstellar voyages, the research effort brings in an exciting new age of possibilities.
Yeah.
You got to think it before you can drink it, right?
Right.
Uh,
Very, very exciting.
yeah. Work by the team would be a stepping stone on the long road to efficient interstellar flight, marking the beginning of what Mateer calls the warp age. Uh, and then what was that plane we had, right? That could fly into the States, but what was that plane? It was like
Starliner, or not the Concorde.
yeah, it was a Concorde. I mean, that thing was
Concorde was just fast. It didn't go into space. It just,
right, but I mean, it was fast,
yeah,
like almost like rocket fast,
New
right?
York to London in like 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah, that's fascinating. So the researchers caveated their promising results by saying a working warp drive remains very far off from the past horizon. Their current theoretical model needs considerably more validation and refinement. Building such a warp drive engine is well beyond the available technology frontiers in the present, and big strides must be made in solving energy generations and material science. But when they say far off, I mean, I don't know. Look at what's the advancements in technology just in the last 15 years, 10 to 15 years. It's been amazing. Cell
Yeah.
phones. Remember, cell phones used to be as big as a brick,
Yeah.
and now they're not just a phone; they're more
That
of a
was in the
computer with a
90s.
phone attachment.
It was the
You know?
90s when it was as big as a brick. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that they're not even a phone anymore, in my opinion. That's like a sidebar. It's a computer that has a phone and a camera.
Yeah.
So
All the stuff that was in Apollo is in like the Apollo series spacecraft is in your
spacecraft, right?
cell phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So the potential to travel the cosmos at previously impossible speed gives a new frontier to explore and to defend, a future not too distant when these boundaries of space will promise an end to be formidable. With human civilization now at the brink of entering a new realm of space exploration, such a dream regarding warp drives taking humanity to the stars seems rather close to fulfillment. I wonder if United Nations would turn into Federation of Planets. That would be cool.
I don't know, but I'm glad this is happening. I think we talked about this within the last year, where NASA has kind of been silenced because of funding, but people like Musk and a few others have taken over that in the private sector, and it's kind of rejuvenated it. And I mean, we're going to space again, right? We're
Yeah.
sending rockets, and that's cool, because that, just think if we'd never stopped doing that, the advancement that we would have had if the funding would have continued.
Well,
But
you can watch a series called For All Mankind on Apple TV, and it tells you it's an alternate reality where we continue with the space race and we populated the moon and we're going for Mars.
yeah,
And three is like going for Mars.
that's doable. I mean, maybe not in my lifetime, but definitely my grandkids' lifetime. That's for sure. So that would be very cool. So, all right.
Well, folks, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Have a great day. Take care. Thanks, everyone. All right. That's a good change.